Welcome everybody to the Fear the Walking Newlydead game.
Newlydead game.
That's right. I'm your announcer David Cameo, and with me is the hostess with the mostest, Blazy Martindale.
Hey everybody, I'm so glad you came.
Oh yeah. So Sharon, what gave you the idea to do this sort of thing?
Uh, um, well, I was trying to come up with a Valentine's Day video because we had such a great time with the Secret Santa, and the first idea I had, we kind of gave it a shot. It just didn't work out. So I was just trying to think of something we could do that would be fun that everybody could participate in. And my original thought was to do it the way I usually do stuff, have everybody send me videos and edit them together. But after thinking about it, the live format with this would be so much funnier, and getting everybody's reactions and live reactions and stuff. So, to be honest, we threw this together in about what, a week, Dave.
Just about.
Yeah,
Less than. And then we
yeah,
posted our progress online. We even did like a Twitch stream on the Squawking Dead Twitch. If
yeah,
you, I think Nisa caught it, and it was the most hilarious thing. And I deleted it right away, and then you threw the edited clip up,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
kind of funny.
The unedited was funny too.
Oh my, it was even
Oh my
funnier.
god, there was so much I had to cut out though. But this
I'm
time
Dwight.
I'm Dwight.
I'm Dwight. Rachel, I see you. Nobody else can, but we can.
Oh, that was
Anyway,
hilarious. But yeah, it's something we could do for fun, and I'm hoping if this is successful, we can try some other game shows like the match game, or the dating game would be fun too, and also mix in some Walking Dead and World Beyond characters so everybody can get involved, because this is going to be character based. Everybody is playing a character. They're going to answer as the characters. That's what's going to make it really fun. None of them have the questions. Nobody knows the questions but Dave and I. So this
this
is
is what makes it even
all
more funny.
this is all going to be thrown on them out of nowhere. So this ought to be great.
These poor sons of bitches, they don't know what's coming. And with that, let's get this program
All
started.
right,
So,
let's go.
so we're going to mind erase you right now. We're both going to go off the screen and pretend like we're starting this over again. So be right back in a jiff. It's the Fear the Walking Dead newly. Sorry, let's say that again. Cut. It's the Fear the Walking Newlywed game. And now, your host, Blazy Martindale.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Fear the Newlydead game. I am your host, Blazy Martindale, and we have three lovely couples joining us tonight from Central Texas. Let's hope by the end of the night they're taking what they need and leaving what they don't. Before we begin, let me thank our amazing and tireless producer announcer, David Cameo. Say hello to the folks, Dave.
Thank you very much, Blazy. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. It's not as if I had a choice.
All right. Let's meet up our first contestants. First up, John and June Dory. John is a former police officer who enjoys fishing, playing cowboy, and spelling his name. June is an ICU and emergency nurse who just wants to save everyone. June, tell us how.
Can you repeat that, Sharon? You got cut off for a second.
Yes. June, tell us how you and John met.
I first met John after he rescued me from a river by his cabin. He nursed me back to health, taught me how to fish, and how to play Scrabble. I fell in love with John, but because of my trust and commitment issues, I abandoned him. I did leave him a message though with the Scrabble tiles. I love you too. I'm sorry. We reunited months later and now we're married.
That's quite a tale. John, how long have you two been together?
Well, what I can remember, we've been together for about a year and 6 months, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Next, our next couple is Morgan Jones and Grace. Grace Jones.
Morgan Jones is dead. You're dealing with someone else now.
And how about you, Grace? Is your last name also Jones?
Just Grace.
Just Grace. Okay, then. Morgan leads a group of survivors that are in hiding from a vicious, controlling dictator, and Grace is currently her prisoner. Tell us how you met, Morgan.
Well, Grace pulled her gun on me, told me to take off all my clothes, and then she fell in love with my stick. And I fell in love with her candy beansies, and it's been pure sweetness since then.
That is an amazing story. And how long have you two been together, Grace?
Oh, unfortunately, not very long. Just as our love was blossoming, we were ripped apart from each other by that same cycle that came between John and June, I believe.
Well, that's just weird. Our next couple is Isabelle and Althea. Althea S. Isabelle is a helicopter pilot for a reclusive, murderous military cabal, and Althea is a globe-trotting photojournalist with a pretty sweet ride, from what I hear. Tell us about your first date, Althea.
You can call me Al. Our first date was quite nice. She held me at gunpoint, we kissed, and then she flew away in a helicopter.
What the heck is going on in Texas? Okay, Isabelle, how long have you and Al been an item?
I'm sorry, that's classified.
Fair enough. Okay, first, I'm going to ask John, Morgan, and Al to leave the room, while I ask June, Grace, and Isabelle questions about their relationships. Once the answers are recorded, we'll call them back and see if they can guess their partner's answers. Every match in the first round is worth 5 points, and that goes up to 10 in the second round. The couple with the most points at the end of the game wins a prize. But nobody leaves empty-handed. Dave, tell them what they'll all be taking home today.
Just give me a sec, and everybody. Well, all of our contestants receive a hearty bowl of Citifu. Have you been saying all sorts of stupid things to your colleagues, your wife, or even things you regret on social media? Try Citifu. Just add water, microwave for 1 minute, and curl up to your very own bowl of Citifu. In 24 hours, Citifu will make everything better. The more you Citifu, the smarter you'll sound. So Citifu, always. Bye!
There you go, contestants. All right, my first question for all three of you is, what will your partner say is your best quality? Let's start with you, June.
My best quality is my honesty.
Okay, June says her honesty. All right. Now to you, Grace.
Well, since I've been pregnant, I gained a couple of good qualities, but I think Morgan would say my heart.
Your heart. That sounds like a lovely answer. All right. The next question, the next time is, as Isabelle, what will your partner say is your best quality?
My ability to take charge.
All right, that sounds great. Your ability to take charge. Okay. Now we're going on to the second question. I'm going to start with you, Grace. Which would your partner say you have? A sense of humor, a sense of adventure, a sense of time, or common sense?
Well, I think I've got a little bit of all of those, but I think Morgan would say I have common sense.
Common sense. Okay. All right. And now on to you, Isabelle. What would Althea say you have? A sense of humor, a sense of adventure, a sense of time, or common sense?
I think she'd say that I have a sense of adventure. The first few days we spent together, I made her climb a mountain. So
That sounds like you had a great time. All right, back to you, June. What would John say you have? A sense of humor, a sense of adventure, a sense of time, or common sense?
My sense of humor.
Sense of humor. All right. And now to the third question. Gonna start with you, Isabelle. Finish this sentence.
Wait, can I get that second answer again?
Yes, the for June.
Yeah.
Sense of humor.
Oh, no, one right beforehand.
Isabelle.
Yeah.
Sense of adventure.
Love it. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right. I'm gonna start. This is starting with you, Isabelle. Yes, starting with you, Isabelle. Finish this sentence. My partner is a natural born blank.
my partner is a natural born comedian.
Comedian. Okay. Okay. All right, back to you, June. Finish this sentence. My partner is a natural born
Charmer.
charmer. I can agree with that. All right, and finally, you, Grace. Finish this sentence. My partner is a natural born.
Well, whether he'd admit it or not, Morgan is a natural born leader.
Leader. Okay. All right. We're done with the first round. Now we're going to call everybody back in. But before we do that, we have a couple of words from our sponsors.
Jesse's Curl Up and Die. Treating yourself right has been hard lately, hasn't it? With all sorts of nasties, be they ghoulies or even people, who has time to think about their looks? Why not curl up and die? At Jesse's Curl Up and Die Salon. We know our service has been lacking lately, what with their owners going toe up over the years, but we're under new management. Daniel Salazar is an accomplished stylist with over 35 years of experience. We know that beauty is only skin deep. Let Senor Salazar take that axiom to levels you've only dreamed of. And did we mention he takes house calls? Free of charge. Just use Janice's Wash and Write and schedule your appointment today. Janice's Wash and Write laundry service. When you need that private message to arrive safely without prying eyes, snooping into your business, who will you trust? Sure, you could send your mail through Virginia's trusted Ranger delivery service, but there's no telling when it'll make it, if ever at all, with what death cults, outcasts, and all sorts of ooky spooky past out there on the roads. Trust your mentionables and unmentionables to the only name that you can truly count on, Janice's Wash and Write laundry delivery service, under new management. And St. June's Hospital fundraiser. Help St. June's Ranger Research Hospital lead the way the world treats injuries and defeats life-threatening diseases. With your help, Virginia's foresight, and June's healing, we could finally bring adequate medical care to Texans and beyond. Send us your old medical supplies, any fuel, and volunteer your capable hands to bring comfort to friends, family, and neighbors. Our collection and registration stations are available outside Virginia's office in Lawton proper. Make our dreams your reality. And now back to you, Sharondy, or Blazy.
Okay. So, is everybody back? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm going to think here. Okay. And we're back. John, Morgan, and Althea have rejoined us, so let's get started. I'm going to read to you the same question that we read to your partner, and you're going to tell me how you think they answered. Remember, it's not your answer, it's how you think they answered. So, are you ready? John, we're going to start with you. I asked June, what will your partner say is your best quality? How did June answer that question?
One more time, Sharon, just for
Okay.
John again.
Sorry. John, what will June say is your best quality? What will your partner say is your best quality? How did June answer that?
John, did you hear that? Dane?
No, I
John
didn't
Dane?
hear that.
Okay, sorry. All right, John.
I'll actually repeat the question because he might be able to
Okay.
hear only me now. That's been a
Okay.
technical difficulty with us. Now, on the screen, it also has the question, what will your partner say is your best quality, John?
How did June answer that?
Well, I would say that I'm charming, I'm handsome, and I'm cute.
All right. I'm sorry, that was not a match. Her answer was honesty. No points for you. All right, Grace. I'm sorry, Morgan. How did Grace answer this question? What will your partner say is your best quality?
Hold on, I have to clear. Okay. What my best quality is?
What did Grace say would be your best quality?
Well, we have to keep this R-rated, right?
Please do.
I would think she would say that I'm very sweet, and yeah, it would be that I care about people.
Her answer was heart. I think that's close enough. That's right. 5 points for Grace and Morgan. Yes. All right. Now to you, Al. How did Isabelle answer this question? What will your partner say is your best quality?
I'll have to say it's my courage and my sense of wanting to find the unknown, wanting to meet new people and hear their stories.
Okay. Yes, that is incorrect. Her answer was take charge. Your ability to take charge.
You got close at
No
first.
points. Yes. All right, so on to the second question. Gonna start with you, Morgan. How did Grace answer this question? Which would
With her mouth. Oh.
Woo! Which would your partner say you have? A sense of humor, a sense of adventure, a sense of time, or common sense? How did Grace answer that question?
Now, we all know I have no sense of humor. I would have to go with common sense.
That is correct. That is exactly what she said. 5 more points for Grace and Morgan.
I love you, baby.
I love you.
All right. Isabelle, it's on to you. Isabelle and Al. Al, how did Isabelle answer the question? Which would your partner say you have? A sense of humor, a sense of adventure, a sense of time, or common sense?
I think it's without a doubt sense of adventure.
That is correct. Sense of adventure. Isabelle and Al on the board with 5 points. All right, it's back to you, John and June. How did June answer this question? Which would your partner say you have? A sense of humor, a sense of adventure, a sense of time, or common sense?
John, did you hear the question?
No, I haven't heard it.
Okay, so I'll repeat it. Of the following, which would your partner say you have more of? A sense of humor, a sense of time, a sense of adventure, or just common sense?
Well, I would say it would be more common sense.
Oh, I am sorry. That is
That's
incorrect.
what I
June said
think.
sense of humor. No points for John and June. You guys are still at 0.
Sorry. Sense of
Oh,
humor. Incorrect. Sorry, John.
sorry, guys. You're still at 0. On to the third question. We're going to start with Al and Isabelle. Al, how did Isabelle answer this question? Finish this sentence. My partner is a natural born blank.
Leader.
Well, Commander. Well, what was it, Dave?
Say it was leader.
Comedian.
Oh,
Comedian, sorry. All right, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. The answer was comedian. Sorry, I can't read my own handwriting, guys. All right, I'm going on to June and John. John, how did June answer this question? Finish this sentence. My partner is a natural born blank.
Hold on, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Finish the sentence. My partner is a natural born blank, John. What does June think you are? A natural born what? Did you hear that, John?
John, don't go to sleep, John.
Did we lose John?
There might be some drift. That's the thing. John is in the outback in South Africa right now.
Yes.
This is what John always does. He leaves. This is what he
left.
does. This is what John does.
Paivi, that dog is mine, and no, they will not be making an appearance on screen at the moment. Maybe later, if I can get them over here.
All right, John, take a look at the chat, the private chat.
Sorry about this, guys. Technical difficulties.
John has left me again.
Let's see if he's got
Abandon a guy one time and he leaves.
I can put it here too.
Get that blackjack out of your mouth, John. Answer the question.
Maybe we could bring somebody else on to reread the question. Which of our panelists? Let's use Rachel. Rachel, can you repeat the question? Sorry, let's use sorry, Grace. Can you repeat the question to John? See if he can hear you.
I sure can. John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Finish this sentence, John. How did June answer this? My partner
John.
is a natural born blank.
Natural born comedian.
Oh, that was the other answer. I'm sorry, that is
'Cause
incorrect.
I think I am funny.
It was Charmer. Charmer was the answer. So you, John and June, are still at 0 points. And we go on to Morgan and Grace. Morgan, how did Grace answer this question? Finish this sentence. My partner is a natural born blank.
Come on, Morgan, you know this one.
Well, my first instinct would be killer. But every life is precious.
That's very true.
So I'm going to go with the first answer that someone said. What was it? In charge, leader.
That is correct. Good Morgan. 5 points. Again. All right.
I can't wait till we're back together again.
At the end of the first round, John and June, 0. Grace and Morgan, 15 points. Al and Isabelle, 5. Grace and Morgan go into the next round leading. So, For the second round, correct answers go up to 10 points. So I need June, Grace, and Isabel to step out of the room so we can ask our questions to John, Morgan, and Al.
And in the meantime, we've got some more commercial breaks for your listening pleasure. Now, shake a leg to Bob's Big Leg for family-style feeding frenzy. For all you can eat Tuesdays and Thursdays, Rangers only, and kids always eat free. Are there any kids? I haven't seen any. Oh yeah, management wants us to tell you, don't mind the smell and be kind to the lavatory maintenance people. You never know when they might go on to become an elite force destined to take out a mortal enemy. Whatever that means. I don't know. And Cinnabon. Picture it in your head. That sweet smell of hot frosting slathered onto a rolled up chewy pastry. The familiar scent of cinnamon and sugar permeating the air. So thick it's unmistakable. This is turning into a porno. You guessed it. Cinnabon. A treat so unforgettable you can go years into the apocalypse and still conjure the experience from memory. So guys, this isn't an ad as much as it is a request from a DS. He says, if you find one, please tell your fans where we could get some. I'm with this guy. I mean, I like the way the sweet talker thinks. And Robinette's Eggery. The Heartland. The Hearth. America. These things sound like a distant memory these days, don't they? Robinette's Eggery wants you to know how dedicated we are to upholding those values over these difficult years. It hasn't been easy. Through violent storms, radioactive blasts, and several abductions over the years, we hope our name has always stood for worthy, reliable, exceptional, camaraderie, and kindness. So when things get rough, always remember, Robinette's Eggery will always be your port in the storm. And back to you, Blazy.
Okay, we're going to continue on our second round. We're going to start with John. John, your question. You are all part of a larger group of survivors. Who would your partner say they like least in your group?
John, do you want me to repeat the question? Can you hear me okay? No, he can't. Who are the remaining people? I guess it's John, Morgan, and Al, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can bring in Thomas to read the question out. Or sorry, John. Just kidding. Sorry, Morgan. Morgan,
Sorry, I'm just polishing my stick. Grace and I always polish. We polish at least once a night. You have to keep it nice and smooth.
All right. So can you actually repeat, John? Can you actually hear Thomas?
John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, John. Here's your question. How would June have answered this?
No, he's answering it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
You're answering. You are part of a larger group of survivors. Who would June say that she liked the least in the group? And I'm going to go back to my stick.
Well, I would say she wouldn't like Sherry.
Sherry. Okay.
That's for sure.
And who is Sherry? Oh, I forget he can't hear me. Never mind. Okay. We're gonna go on to the next person. Will be Morgan. Morgan, how would you answer this question?
Oh, okay.
You are all part of a larger group of survivors. Who would your partner say they like least in the group?
Well, she would say Ginny for splitting us up. but is she part of our group? I'm going to say Ginny.
Virginia? I think that's probably a very good answer. Okay. Now, on to you, Isabelle. You are all part of a larger group of survivors. Who would your partner say they like least in the group?
Hold on, Isabel or Al?
Shoot,
Al.
it's Al. I'm sorry, Al. Sorry.
Well, I don't believe my partner knows really anyone in my group, but if she would know everyone, I'm sure that she would not be a fan of Virginia.
Virginia. That's 2 for Virginia. She must be a
I
very
don't think
popular
anyone would.
Okay, on to question number 5. Start with you, Morgan. Other than popcorn, what would your partner like to nibble on movie night?
Back to my stick. Well, obviously, what would she like to nibble on? It's got to be candy beansies.
Candy beansies. And what exactly are candy beansies?
That's her dumb way of calling a jelly bean.
Okay. People are strange in Texas. What are you going to say? All right. On to Al. Other than popcorn, what would your partner want to nibble on movie night?
She seems pretty adventurous. I think maybe she would enjoy a good old granola bar.
A granola bar.
Yeah,
Is that anything like a peanut butter protein bar?
I know that's Morgan's favorite, but I'm sure she'll love it as well.
Okay, granola bar. All right, I'm on to you, John. Other than popcorn, what would your partner want to nibble on movie night?
John, can you hear me? John Dory, can you hear me?
Uh-oh. Can you hear me, John?
Al, can you repeat the question? Or John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't think he can hear either of you. So, can you hear me, John?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so other than popcorn, what would your partner nibble on during movie night?
Wow. Definitely hot dogs or burgers.
Hot dogs. I like that answer. Good one. Okay. Hot dogs. All right. Now on to the third question number 6. I'm going to start with you,
hot dogs or burgers.
Al. Finish this sentence. I knew I had found the love of my life when she blank.
Held me at gunpoint.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
romantic. Got my butterflies flying, if you know what I mean.
Okay, held at gunpoint. Okay. And now, back to John. John, finish this sentence. I knew I had found the love of my life when she blank.
All right, John, finish the sentence. You knew that you had found the love of your life when your partner blank. Is he able to hear me? Hey, John, are you able to hear me? Radio in.
John, can you hear me? Let's bring in the whole crew.
John, can you hear me? John? John? Clear, John, clear.
Hold on. Let's see. Let me see if I can reach him via the chat. The all.
Try him now.
John, can you hear? Sorry, Dean, can you hear me? John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Okay.
whoa. Okay.
Okay.
Sharon, Blazy, why don't you try to repeat the question, see if we can hear you?
Finish this sentence. I knew I had found the love of my life when she blank.
Did you hear Sharon? Did you hear Blazy?
I don't think he can hear me.
Nope, not at all.
Okay, that's fine. I can repeat the question. Finish this sentence. I knew I had found the love of my life when they blank.
When she washed up in my cabin.
Okay. She washed up on your cabin. Alright, and finally we are down to Grace and Morgan. Morgan, finish this sentence. I knew I'd found the life when she...
I knew I found the love of my life when she grabbed my stick.
Didn't she break your stick?
No, she just grabbed it at first. It was very exciting.
Did she tell you to get undressed too, didn't she?
She told me to get undressed first, then she grabbed my stick. I asked for my stick back. She wouldn't give it back right away. Eventually, she gave it back.
Didn't she throw part of it off an airplane?
We're not talking about that.
The tip. Just the tip.
Tip's all we need.
Okay, that's the last question. Let's bring everybody back in.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Mabel Davis Skate Park and Swim Club. A fun for your children wherever they are. And young adults too. Saturdays, don your best Kingdom armor, grease those wheels, and prepare your senses for the smoothest skate park this side of the Mississippi. And probably the continent. Sundays bring the whole family down as we turn the waterworks and fill that skate park with water for everyone to enjoy during those brutal Texas summers. Mabel Davis Skate Park and Swim Club. Don't be left out of the fun any longer. And after hours. Honey's Strip Club. That's right. While the chitlins are sleeping, mosey on down to Mabel Davis's Skate Park and Swim after hours to experience Honey's. This isn't your mother's entertainment, although why not bring her down too? She might change her mind with what we have in store. Meet Raleigh. He sure is looking good these days, isn't he? He's cleaned up his act, eats clean, and steers the Honey's ship. They say his lap dances are legendary on account of his, well, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Anyway, why not meet all of Virginia's outcasts? Some scary, some passionate. So there's someone for everyone. They're all waiting to meet you. And Strand's bail bonds. Even a smart cookie like you will sometimes find themselves on the wrong side of the law. At Strand's bail bonds, we don't judge. We free your mind and your body, so you can enjoy everything the freedom the zompocalypse has to offer. Life today is even less than a zero-sum game than it was yesterday. So why spend what could be your remaining days behind bars? Let Strand set you free so that you can be the victor of your destiny. And back to you, Sharon. Back to you, Blazy Martindale. Stop laughing.
Okay. And we're all here. Let's see if these three couples can match their answers. Gonna start with you, June.
We're missing June. Where's June? June, where are you, June?
No pressure, June. No
No
pressure.
pressure, June.
So John split, so
I'm
now
here,
June's
June.
gonna split too. Okay. June, how did John answer this question? You are all a part of a larger group of survivors. Who would you say, who would your partner say they like least in your group?
Oh, absolutely. That no good rotten Virginia.
I am sorry. John said Sherry.
Sherry?
Yeah. You guys are still at 0 points. June, I'm disappointed in you guys. Okay, we are on to Grace and Morgan. Grace, how did Morgan answer this question? You are all part of a larger group of survivors. Who would your partner say they like least in the group?
The person Morgan likes least right now, I would say, is probably the same person we all like the least right now, and that would be Strand.
No!
Oh,
No! No!
I'm
sorry, Morgan.
Who separated us?
Is she in our group, though?
She's in our group.
We're in her group. She's not part of our group.
Oh. She's got you locked up in a secret little room.
Yeah, I know, which is why I hate her. I would never allow her to be a part of our group.
But oh, jeez.
So the answer was Jenny. 0 points for Grace and
I
Morgan.
love pie.
Okay, and we are on to Isabelle and Al. Isabelle, how did Al answer this question? You are all a part of a larger group of survivors. Who would your partner say they like least in the group?
I would have to go with Sherry because Dwight talks about Sherry to Al constantly. And so I think it's probably Sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. I also said Virginia.
I don't think she's part of the group, though.
Good point.
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
she
she's
is
not in our mind.
All right, so on to the next question. I'm going to start with Grace and Morgan. Grace, how did Morgan answer this question? Other than popcorn, what would your partner want to nibble on movie night?
Besides popcorn and me, you mean, right? Or is it me? Maybe I'm the answer.
I'm going to let you say something else.
Well, he knows my favorite candies are candy beansies.
Yes,
so we need
you
a big
are
bucket
correct. You are correct. Candy beansies.
Way to go, babe.
You know me.
On to you, Isabelle and Althea. Isabelle, how did Al answer the question? Other than popcorn, what would your partner want to nibble on movie night?
Be more of a drinking situation because he'd probably be drinking beer.
I'll accept that, drinking beer, but it's incorrect. It was a granola bar. All right. And on to you, John and June. June, how did John answer that question? Other than popcorn, what would your partner want to nibble on movie night?
Oh, most definitely blackjack candy.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The answer was hot dogs.
Hot dogs? Hot dogs? Hot dogs?
I'm assuming he meant his. All right, we're on to the last question. I'm going to start with Al and Isabelle. Isabelle, how did Al finish this sentence? I knew I had found the love of my life when she blank.
Can we clarify? Am I...
What?
Am I answering for her or for me?
How did she answer the question? How did she answer the question? I knew I had found the love of my life when she blank.
Took me down.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. The answer was pulled a gun on me.
Really close. Really close.
It was a good few days.
Okay, on to John and June. June, how did John answer this question? Finish the sentence. I knew I'd found the love of my life when she blank.
When I left him the message on the Scrabble tiles, I love you too. I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry because that is incorrect. It was when you washed up on his shore.
John.
0 points again. Okay, we're down to the very last question. Grace and Morgan. Grace, how did Morgan answer this question? Finish this sentence. I knew I'd found the love of my life when she blank.
We have a very similar story. I also held him at gunpoint, but then I made him strip.
No, that's incorrect. It was when you grabbed his stick.
Ah, that was the second best moment.
But I think we still won.
Yeah, oh yeah, you guys definitely won. All right, so with 20 points, our winners are Grace and Morgan. Yay! Second place with 5 points, Althea and Isabelle. And dragging up last, 0 points, John and June. 0 points.
That's all right.
Yay.
Y'all are already
Go,
married.
John. Go, John. Go, John.
Yay.
Go,
Tell
John.
them what they
Go, John.
won.
Well, our first place winners have won a 1-week all-inclusive stay at the Lawton Arms, the former jailhouse, a lifetime membership to the club, an unforgettable weekend of arts and crafts at Buck's Landing, tickets to the ribbon-cutting ceremony of St. June's Hospital, and a 5-minute shopping spree at Bill's store. Bill's store.
Oh, Bills.
Yes, they have everything. June, you could have got some blackjacks there if y'all got some questions right.
Grace, I'll be giving you a little prize later.
Oh, good. Looking forward to it.
If
I
she
think
can
she's
find
already
them.
gotten one of those prizes.
Hey, you know, our second place winners aren't going without anything.
The worst has already happened.
By the way, our second place winners are walking away with a year's supply of Augie's Ale, a large bottle of ciprofloxacin for those unplanned medical emergencies, and finally, a multicolor pack of spray paint cans.
Wow.
And
For those trees.
yeah, and
Yeah.
just so you think that nobody is walking away with anything aside from their big bowl of Citifu, third place winners win a new Scrabble board, slightly used,
There you go, John and June.
and unlimited refills at Tanktown, cannot be exchanged for other goods and or services, and a month's supply of peanut butter protein bars.
Yes.
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 Grace, if that baby ain't kicking, he will be soon.
Hey, haven't felt any movement in a while.
Oh, you're going to feel
Oh.
movement.
John, come home.
There's going to be plenty of movement going on.
And poetically enough, John is nowhere in the building.
Oh,
Aw.
John's always taken off.
Well, usually it's June, but I mean, lately here, John seems to be the one that's just skipping out on everybody. All right. Thank you guys for coming tonight. I know it didn't go exactly smoothly, but hey, that's live television for you. Thank y'all for being in it. I hope everybody had fun.
I'll take
Uh,
it.
Grace, I'll meet you in the secret room.
Okay,
I'll bring my stick.
I'll knock 3 times.
Oh, I'll knock a lot more than 3.
That's been our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Leaving off with a bang, so to speak. And remember, pack that bowl in with a big, hearty filling of Citifu. Good night, everybody.